I'm Samantha Jo Petefish. I'm a senior at MacMurray College, and this is a presentation about ethical dilemmas for Field Seminar. Okay, my ethical dilemma was with a family of 5 with 3 small children who needed further assistance exceeding the services given by the American Red Cross Disaster Services, which is where I'm doing my practicum, and the conflicting values of service to clients and social justice. Okay, I had a problem with the conflicting ethical standards given by the NASW Code of Ethics with commitment to client and termination of services. For commitment to client, the service principle of the NASW really was a stigma that I had to understand. It is our duty as social workers to be with our clients until our services are no longer needed. And for the agency policies where I'm doing my practicum, that is not possible. Because of the limited amount of services and funding that the agency receives, that longevity of service cannot be given to clients, which is a problem for social justice, because helping one client throughout the entire duration of their helping process can't be obtained because you're only helping one person rather than helping a bunch of people with their immediate needs. The ethical assessment screen is something that I used that kind of put my values into check so that I knew where I stood on the situation. For identifying values and ethics associated with the case, I had to look at how I would want to be treated as a client and take that into consideration for the clients that I received at the agency. How I can obtain minimal conflicts associated with the case if I overstep my boundaries given to me by the American Red Cross. And I aid that family in a service that we cannot provide, I'm doing my agency a disservice. And I do not want to do that. I would like to keep that all in cohesion. Other things like number 6, consider the short-term and long-term outcomes. Short-term outcomes are the immediate needs which are met by the American Red Cross, but long-term outcomes are the referral services that I have to administer to the clients in their most desperate times of need when immediate services are already finished. Another thing I used was the ethical principles screen, which I took from our course book. There was a problem with the social justice initiated by making sure that not just one client receives the services, but all clients, and the quality of life, and obtaining those needs of the clients and seeing that they are met. The ethical decision made is through these guiding processes for the case. I stay within the realm of limitations set by my agency, as well as referring the client to agencies that I knew would assist them in their continual needs. Because of the limitations set, I cannot commit to long-term casework of the clients, rather to just meet the immediate needs of the clients, which is the services provided. I had to advocate on behalf of the clients with referring to other agencies. So that's something I ethically believe was my responsibility to make sure that their continuous needs could possibly be met by those other agencies. I had success in pulling from the strengths of the clients. After a disaster situation, it's hard for clients to see the broader picture. They focus on the fact that everything is gone or they don't have certain things, and not the fact that they're safe and their health is fine. The respectful of agencies' limitations and capabilities. I made sure that I stayed within the realms of the disaster services to make sure that I could assist the next family that came in, just as much as I had assisted this family. I maintained a referral-based relationship for the duration of the time allotted. After immediate services are given to the client, which is about 3 to 5 days, I stayed in contact, which is within the limitations of the Red Cross, in referring. So if one agency could not assist the clients, they would call me back, and I would refer them to another agency that possibly could help them in the realm that the other agencies could. So I kind of maneuvered my way into long-term care for a longer extended period after their immediate needs within the limitations. I had to focus on the client's progression of aid to find their new normalcy. Their old normalcy is gone. It was taken away by a fire, a flood, a natural disaster. So helping them understand that there will be a new normalcy, and that what they're feeling, what they're going through is normal, is very pertinent for their clients, my clients' progression for help. And I had efficient use of client transfer responsibilities, meaning that they would call me and I would call the agencies, which then they would call me back and then I would call the client. The struggles, I had emotional struggles with this. I felt like I was not assisting the clients to the furthest of my abilities. I knew that I could help them further, but I was not able to due to the policy and limitations. I had a struggle of duty because I felt it was my duty to assist them, and that I couldn't was really hard for me to understand and to cope with. And also my conflicting values of wanting to be a competent social worker within the agency, as well as a competent social worker within the aiding the people who needed help. I felt uncomfortable explaining the situation to the clients. I had to explain to them, we can only meet the immediate emergency needs. I can't assist after that 5th day, like I cannot do anything else. I have to refer you on. I felt unaccommodating to the client, that I wasn't able to assist them further. I also felt that the client did not believe that I was empathetic for their situation. During a conversation, they said, well, you just don't understand, this has never happened to you, like this is really hard for us. And I had to explain to them, I hear that you're upset, I know that this is a hard situation for you, but pull on your strengths, your entire family is okay, no one has lost anything of dire need. And still I felt that they did not receive that empathetic feelings that I was giving to them. And I felt uncertain with my actions. This was the very first case I worked on, which made me very nervous to refer clients and to talk with clients. Through the progression of my time at the American Red Cross, I have become more competent in my abilities, but for this case, I was very uncertain. Future goals. I intend to use the experiences I have achieved through this practical placement to further my capabilities as a professional. Learning from that first case and progressing forward is always something that I want to achieve during my career as a social worker. I want to continue to study the ethical standards for the profession of social work, and making sure that I am competent in those. I want to utilize the EPS to further assist in the process of ethical decision making and making sure that I use research-based theories and practices to further help my clients. Continue in the competence area of social work to better assist my clients, and making sure that I am continually learning so that I can give the best care that I can, and uphold the ethical principles and mission of the career of social work. These are my references. Okay. Thank you.